Talking Point platform. TTPTV. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge with love and loyalty to we sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well on for tomorrow. Now we go make salute.
Good morning, Fambodem, and welcome to the Morning Shukublai, where they come to you live na Talking Points platform. And me, we can bring this program to na me name na Fimata. We parable for today say, that rain we beat bitter leaf, sote I bitter, na in beat sugar cane, te is sweet. Inside the Morning Shukublai today, we go talk about the alleged police victimization, the Ecsl will continue for Frustrate Ad-Hoc staffs, and PC and Sons accused of selling expired products. With me inside the studio, I get Mr. Chegnobai and Mr. Julius Harding. Hello guys and welcome to the show.
Family, una morning.
Good morning, Auntie Femata. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, all. We are here today again. We look at the very important issues we, as always, they touch on a very important side of the country, and we're here again for look at those issues. Good morning again.
Good morning.
Family, una morning, Femata.
Morning.
Good morning.
We go for break, and when we come back, we go continue the program.
One platform for news every day now we country salute. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TTPTV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit, TTPT.
Hello, Fambudem, and welcome back. If you just join me, this na Talking Points platform, and this program where they come to you na the Morning Shukublai. If you not subscribe to our YouTube channel, make sure say you do so and put the notification on. That whenever we come online, you will be the first person we will be get notified. So today, one of the things that we get for talk about na the studio. We get a story about one woman support officer where dem allege say dem unfairly transfer am to Moyamba less than 2 months of im transfer na Gambia District. Dis happen about a week ago where dem arrest 2 vehicles with Guinean security man dem wey bin dey come in with drugs na di kontri, di likes of kush, jamba and the other drugs dem wey dem young man dem can take wey dey affect dem direct today. So Superintendent Amnat Adabo wey allegedly receive order from the regional police commander wey na AIG Tower for investigate all the security man dem wey be dey on duty that day wey dem Guinea man dem come with the drugs na the country, for change them all and put them na other side since dem no be able for do dem police duty well. Dem say e do as e be instructed and e submit the names of the security dem wey bin dey work that particular day. E submit am to im boss wey na LUC Magona. And so sources be get for say dis news here leak to the policeman dem wey be dey on duty that particular day, wey their names dem don be submitted for make dem go change dem since dem be dey on duty and allow dem Guinea securities dem for come in with drugs. So they allege say dem policeman be get for put money together wey worth 15,000 loans, new loans and 15 million old loans wey dem be get for give to the LUC for make e go turn around the situation. So instead of make dem change dem policeman dem for send the other side, instead na this superintendent wey na Amnat Adabo na im dem end up for change. So wetin una think about this particular thing here wey dey happen, especially where government be don give woman dem 30% for their power? So why woman dem still they suffer victimization and unfair treatment in public spaces just because they want to be honest with the society and they want to just do something wey right by the society. Mr. Baye, wetin you get for say concerning that one day?
Thank you very much, Auntie Femata, as always. Yesterday, me promise say you go count the Shukubla, but not the Shukubla. I think, firstly, it's important that we underscore the fact that all of these are allegations. These are allegations we they make against a very senior police personnel and by extension, the whole police force. I think the issue of police collaborating, police making sure that they're together with people where they peddle drugs, people where they count drugs. Now, one way we don't hear it for quite a while now. Like as I say, the story we talk about, so the story where you just make mention of. Now, one way, like as I say, now for underscore that fact, say now allegations to make again. The police not in how we for respond either the police spokesperson or whatever. But what we want for make clear that the fact there are allegations here, not today. There have been quite a lot of allegations, counter allegations that the issue of drugs, not to, in all respect, you really count drugs now. In fact, clearly, a few days ago, we discussed the issue of how push, particularly the urban pants in Sierra Leone, and how they continue to affect young people. We make mention of the fact that if we want to stop the issue of push, I think we need to dig deep and look at particularly how it entered the country. And if we want to look at how it entered the country, I think the security sector, for the call into question, there is no we can't go away from this fact. So again, the issue of women in all sectors, in all places, in every other institution. Now the other day, the president again in that particular state opening of parliament tell me how much it's important that particular sector, the women's sector, the society, how much it's important for me to continue to give them a safe space, particularly so we as a country want to continue for pride ourselves as a country where they make sure that we promote gender equality, we promote particularly women, that we promote safe space and working space for women. So it's quite unfortunate for an institution like Sierra Leone Police, we over the years don't pride themselves as a force for good. The Sierra Leone Police, we pretty much a lot of money they not spent on the police for make sure say they reform the police, for make sure say the police even reach the level where it is. So quite a lot of institutional trainings, quite a lot of government support, quite a lot of other support from elsewhere. So for them we sit down here today and there is stories, even though allegations for continue for underscore that fact, saying an allegation that the Sierra Leone police, particularly in the Gambia is a very, very important transit point. Because Gambia is a place where border we and Guinea. And we know the relationship with Guinea.
I think say Mr. Baye they get issue with the internet. Guys, hold on for a few minutes, make we connect them back. Okay. Are the internet they disturb?
That's what I see, as always. Now you have to salon. Like as I've been saying, I think it's important in all of this for we look just beyond the allegations where they make and try to see. And I think a lot has been done for make the police reach this kind of level where they don't issue. So me in all of these meetings say if those allegations turn out to be true, it's very unfair and the police for come out correct that particular situation. Those way they make mention in that particular allegation, the onus is on them now to come out to the public and debunk all of these allegations the way they make against them. I think if we want to continue for show say one for honor, waiting and then gender levels, they don't say particularly this give a bill where give 30% rights to women for occupy important positions than every other institution like you mentioned. I think it's important that government institutions of such nature, the Sierra Leone police, for they are the forefront for make sure say them protect the interests of women and for make sure say they continue for make sure say people not victimize women. Now, I think if the woman be act in a professional manner instead of victimize her, I think them for just don't get a lot of accolade and all. But for a situation of this. Again, the issue of internet. But to just round up, I think, like as I said, an institution of the nature of the Sierra Leone police, I think not to be caught up in an issue of having a woman with an order, in fact, an order according to the report, where we get an order and order say, look at this whole issue, look at and presenting report instead of endorse the report few weeks or days after I don't send the report, and only not endorse the report, but then transfer. I think it's calling into question how that transfer happened. This is not a coincidence. If all of these allegations turn out to be true, me don't think say this is not a coincidence. And I think say the police get to come out and clear the name in all of this.
Okay, Mr. Barry, thank you very much. Mr. Julius Hadim, I see you the right. It sounds like you want to talk. Over to you, sir. What do you get for say concerning this?
First of all, I would like to say I feel disheartened, like I feel bad. I felt bad when I get such news say a woman they face a victimization at the police force. For me, I think say if women they suffer in any offices there, Sierra Leone, especially government offices in Sierra Leone, police, soldier, these are places where women don't for really suffer because they stand as an example in law enforcement at the country. But if the police force will stand as a leading for law enforcement concerning harassment, sexual abuse, women victimization, then such thing they happen at their own office, then it's a clear case that something is really bad in some way. But looking at the news, I will first of all give a comment on the issue of the drugs where they found, because it has become, for me, this not a first time news where we at least say a car was caught with drugs after it don't pass so many checkpoints, and finally the last checkpoint or somewhere then catch the motorcar or then catch somebody with drugs. For me, this not a first time news. The news where they happen at Salone, because some of the checkpoints they will get at Salone, who said the policeman and they, most of them they just they under to act as high service police officers, whereby they pretend as if they check, but at the end of the day they are not checking. They are there to have their own daily bread, which is very evident to we Sierra Leoneans them. So I believe say if that happens, not a new news for we now this country, because policemen in this country, most of the checkpoints then just there for find their daily bread. They're not there for do their actual work. Just imagine a car loaded with what? Drugs, cocaine, kush, don't pass up to 8 checkpoints there. They don't catch the them drugs, and then maybe the last checkpoint they will catch her. For me, as I said, the police them that division they need a clear checkup. You see how they change them all from there, or then do something wey go really make them suffer for that, including the head wey dey at the division dey. And in the area of the woman, the policewoman, for me, I think say the head they are not act professionally, because you don't give the mandate for make the woman go in and search and do a kind of interview so that he go discover the policeman that will be there on duty at that moment, at that hour. And the woman will fully go in and do research and find out so many names he submit. At the end of the day, they don't agree for listening to her according to the news. They don't agree for the head, they are not agree for giving your signature. What we are hearing now, they don't transfer the woman to another division. For me, the head not act professionally. So it's a call for concern to the AIG. It's either the AIG go in and change the old, for me, a suggestion for the AIG. I hope say this news will reach out. It change the all police force that is there and transfer into a place that they will really suffer for it, including the head within another division day. Because if you don't give a permission to woman, to the lady for making go do investigation, and you don't do the investigation very well, you don't listen to her, at the end of the day, and the lady suffer, then transfer to another division. For me, it's not professional in the side of the police. It's not really professional. So the AIG really need to go in Zambia and check the case properly. If not, this thing like this will continue. Woman then will continue to suffer, and ladies then will continue to suffer. And for sure, if ladies and women they suffer at the police force, then other government organization they will continue to do the same thing, because they say if you go to a police station or you go to the law step, people are for protect you, they do the same thing.
Okay, Mr. Julius, thank you very much for that wonderful input there. But I think say the AIG and 90 gets for send the woman for do so. Probably the LUC way they now them able for manipulate as we hear, and that make we say allege as we hear say now so the thing happen. So that are the thing. Then just like how Mr. Barry be they say, but it don't go off. Things say today the internet really the key and problem. So maybe the woman not do them in a professional way. It's possible say whenever somebody they stand for something very right, people go always try for like pull you in that position there because they feel say you know a threat to waiting that they do. Although we know we did it, this not just a general talk for certain things that make it happen in the society or even the country. Imagine if person there and this person is very strict, they want something for happen, it ensure say this kind of thing happen by all means. People will try to turn against that person, go see the person as a bad person because they feel say the person not in line with waiting then stand for or waiting that they do just that, just because they know say then the profits or the benefits for that particular thing where they happen. So guys, we'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we will continue the program.
One platform for news everything now we country alone. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit, pity.
Hello guys and welcome back. If you just join me, know say this na the morning Shukubulai program where they come to you every Monday to Thursday, 10 o'clock to 11 o'clock. If you watch me on Facebook, you watch me live na Talking Point platform page, and if you watch me on YouTube, make sure say you subscribe to the YouTube page when at TP Billion. Mr. Barry, I be they say something before the internet distracts you. You mentioned say probably the superintendent when Amina Tadabo not be go about and the right way we make a lead for me them transfer to other side, right? I want for confirm if not that exactly I hear before I ask me question.
No say whenever rain can reach country, the network an issue.
Really bad. Especially today, I don't know it happen. But any kind way, this program will still go on. Either by hook or by crook. So guys, please hold on.
Talking Point platform. TTPTB. Oh yeah. Unale we pledge, we love and loyalty. To we sweet, sweet mama salute. Now we all come together as well on. For tomorrow, now we go make salute.
Fambude Muna, welcome back. It's Alex say we dey get problem for connect by, but we will move on to the next topic where we get for discuss. And as time dey go on, we can definitely carry it waiting we don't skip. So we all know say June 24th na be we general elections na salon, and ECSL be get polling personnel them where them be take for make them work for them. If you go vote that day, you go know say you will get polling staff, then polling station so way, but then at the polling they that the polling place for ensure say they help una for make una vote. So in a recent announcement, but even before this announcement they come on, the polling personnel them or staff that will be work during this election be they complain say from when they work June 24th, the government not able for pay them it, or rather ECSL not able for pay them it the money where they work for. So in a recent announcement, we see ECSL issue a notification where concerning the payment of them polling staff there. So ECSL say they don't initiate contact with the one them wey been work for them during this election for ensure say them pay them or they able for get a smooth payment process. So my question is why it take ECSL over a month or close to two, because since June 24th, na be the election day. So why it take them close to a month, over a month or close to two for make them make this announcement. Even when we don't there say some man be giving orange money, in Afri money for make them send them payments, they just like how some other people be do just after the election, then we send them mobile money for make them receive their own payment. So, Mr. Julius, what do you think about this? Why you feel say now ECSL for pulling kind notice then they after people they don't want to be in there so many times based on waiting for make them pay them waiting them work for on election day?
Okay. For me, I think say this na usual problem na we country, especially for government offices there. Payment of their junior staffs. Not only junior staffs, senior staffs as well can suffer sometimes. Now a problem now we country for government offices. For me, I don't think say this will be a problem for the government offices there. If actually payment of salary for the staff there for be a problem, it will affect the NGOs there, the non-governmental institutions there, because for them, they don't get any source of funding apart from writing projects to these international bodies. But governments now, government offices or government institutions there, they can always get funds from directly from the government itself, the president and the board. Even if they don't write a project to international bodies for aid or for assistance, they can always get the funding from the president and his team. In relation to ECSL, it has been a usual problem for them. Right from the time I get sense of election in this country, ECSL always they delay the staff, especially the junior staff, the one they want to do the work itself during election, they can always delay them. Sometimes they don't even pay some. If they pay at all, they pay everybody. I've received so many complaints. I've had so many interviews with so many people that have worked for ECSL, both now and the past elections. Then they can always talk, say, me, I just work that particular year day. At the end of the day, they don't pay me. That's why if you find out this year, most people are called to work, but they reject the offer because they say, if I go work now for nothing. That's why last year I work, they don't pay me. Most of them, this were their complaints. So ECSL, for me, I don't think say that an issue for them for pay their staff immediately after the election. Because if we count government institution, they will for give credit to or honesty to ECSL for the number one. Because if it comes to election, now they are feel say that they call the correct result of the president will win. But they don't claim, if you listen to my argument is like this, ECSL will claim for call a result at the country, then we believe them say, okay, the result honesty, at the end of the day, they don't show honesty to their staff there. So this is problem of dishonesty to the institution. Because they don't promise their staff, they say they pay them immediately after election, but it don't take up to a month and some days, no payments. So now really call for concern for the institution. Is it because that junior staffs, when they call, because for me, the payments, they don't go tell me they don't pay the senior staff there, the one with the head officers there, the senior officers there, they don't pay them long since, but at the junior staffs there, why they still hold on to the salary? They don't give their number there, they don't go into business contract, but yes, still, they hold on to the money there up to a month, some days. And now, I get a wrong on a news where I interview some people there, they say they call the contract when they give, the contract to the work at all. So, how possible? How true is it? How Sierra Leoneans really they want to build a trust for me to believe them? The ECSL, where then they call results, an authentic result, presidential result, honorable results. But at the end of the day, they didn't prove authentic to their staffs. So it is really a problem of dishonesty on their side, and a government institution for that. Not to NGO institution. So if they prove dishonesty, then they prove a kind of discredit values to the junior staff then how for me, when I get this news, not like I caution the results. Now I don't begin to caution the results, even though they don't announce that, which as a citizen of this country I believe, but I still get a problem that they don't prove honesty to the staff then. What about the results where they claim say they will be called every time there is election in this country? So, anti-matter for me, ECSL really need to solve this daily and usual problem every time we get election in this country. If they're not saying they pay people there, may they stop for the call for recruitment or job opportunities. Because at the end of the day, they know they pay. So may they stop, may they do the work. Then when they're at the office, may they do the work. But they will call at the end of the day, they pay. So anyway, as soon as they get issue with ECSL, even though they don't give a notice, when they call, but all this one, for me, it is not the right time because they have done it before. People don't give their number there, but they fail to pay. So if they fail to pay, then now they give a press release, they will call, they will give a number. For me, it's a problem of dishonesty to the nation.
Okay, Mr. Julius Harding, thank you very much for that contribution there. Mr. Bayi, I just hope say now the internet not go disturb you.
Well, it is my fervent hope and prayer. When it comes to internet in Sierra Leone, I don't can't say no about me, but they pray like no about me. I don't know if you will give me some just a minute for that with the issue of the police allegation and doing before I go into this issue, please.
Okay, you can go ahead.
I think, like as I've been saying, this now an allegation where the police need to take very seriously, because this is not only an allegation against the LUC, Magona, na Cambia, or whatever. This allegation not stop short that aside. This is an allegation against the entire police force, and I think the Inspector General, all those responsible for taking this very, very seriously, they investigate them, and come out with a statement because the integrity of the police is on the line. Over the period, like as I said, there have been quite a lot of accusations against police. Police they collect bribe, police they this, police they that. I think this particular story, where particularly so it involved a woman personnel where a journalist, Jibril got one journalist we don't say in Cambia. And I think pretty much now one stories and then I Cambia we don't cross in fact, you know, I don't speak on the credibility of the news or whatever. But now one story they come up from Cambia where they cross Jibril got to index. So I think in fact Jibril got to in one of the reports the support the position where the woman occupy, I think Naina be the first woman at Cambia under the Sierra Leone police to occupy that particular position. So I think it is important, particularly so we involvement. But we just get the give a bill. I don't think even if we don't get some working and all, then here we are with the stories of an institution where they transfer somebody, particularly a woman, because they say they act professionally or otherwise. But like we say, these are all allegations the way they are against the police. I think they all know this on the police. The burden of police don't go to the police now. Then they come out clearly and debunk all waiting and we get all the reports which will go to make and other media houses will report with regards to this. I think it's important for the police can and make clarification on that. We cannot continue to see that accusation and then we left alone so. You know, we cannot continue in that direction. We don't spend a lot of money, taxpayers the money, and they go for pay the police, then maintain and all that. So it's important. Whilst we call on other people, the citizenry or poll integrity and all that stuff, I think it's important again, those institutions who are responsible for make sure that they implement laws and all that stuff, or come out and make clarification when it comes to allegation, in fact, a grave allegation against a particular senior police officer and by extension the whole police. And coming to this ECS issue, now and say, I honestly want to discuss. It's quite frustrating, honestly. You know, it's really frustrating. You don't employ people. In fact, if you follow this ECS story, the core employment was a complete shambles. It was nothing to write home about. After the issue of employing staff, ad-hoc staff, then go for the training. And not to say this now from and this that. Some side and they only go Alex jailer observe and all that stuff. Then 3 or 4 days then they will then train, then staff and they. You can imagine the whole reporting from 8 o'clock morning, say 5 o'clock. Then I didn't make provision for food. But because people will continue for one short commitment, this is a national thing, and we say want to contribute in your way, then go through the training. After the training, some pulling staff and then they go bill them pulling and boost them for themselves. You know, then sleep overnight. Go the day for the elections, conduct the elections, day the whole of the day, say the other day. In fact, some result and then the number collect up to the next day in the afternoon. You can imagine somebody going through all of that day, you ask her for fill form, you ask her for get a cell number, or pay, then all of a sudden ECSL. It is so shameful on the part that ECSL can say this is not payment method. Oh, don't make people sign contracts. Oh, don't tell them for put up the cell number and pay them for money and all that stuff. In fact, some people not even get the cell and money SIM. Then go, they use their own money, go buy SIM, register and have the cell money, carry the number. Then all of a sudden, here we are today. Then they talk about payment plan and all that. Like when Mr. Julius mentioned, some of the numbers that they would put in that press today. What you call them? You know, they go. I don't get a case of 1 to 2 to 3 people where they can meet me and tell me say, Mr. Barry, the number where ECSL put in for one try for column. You know, they even go to how you go treat young Sierra Leone, over thousands of Sierra Leoneans, so not even not to quit where they work. And the problem is on left. Because it is difficult finding a job in this country. We all know that there is no denying. We can't deny some of those facts. But here we are the young people, they have sacrificed all of it. Some go as far as some Komon-Tok, go normally, some Komon-Tok, become Eastern, some even left free town for go upline. Then that little money, they tell you how much are they paying. Say, for example, presiding officer, they don't even pay the H1 million for all what they did. Then here we are today with an IRC also they talk about 1 month after elections. Over 1 month, if not 1 month, over 1 month after elections, up till now, Ecsl they talk about payment plan. It's quite unfortunate. And I don't think we treat ourselves with respect in this country, particularly institutions who they expect much for. I don't know the line of Mr. Julius. I don't know. Say I question the credibility of the results. I don't get that competence because I don't know. I've not looked at the entire result with regards to figure and the statistics and all that stuff. That they claim when we go left out. But in all of this, it's quite unfortunate. We can't continue like this. I think the institution, the Ecsl institution will come out and try, but it's frustrating. Some people are even that. You can't imagine. Some people will not even there. You know, you don't tell people all of this, then yeah, it's quite frustrating. And I want to call on the fact the government that let them look at this issue and try for settlement. People are frustrated, they are tired of waiting. Their money are there, like as I said, they work for them and suffer for them. If there is anything, they're not for even waste time. But like when Mr. Julius say, other staff, when a senior staff them and all that stuff, we work in the election. I am quite sure they don't pay them. Now there are staff here who are doing pulling day. We suffer from, in fact, training for training in some places. I miss quite the day, I miss the intimidation, I miss all of it. Then they are all under the work, and here we are today, and then they struggle to get that little money they work. But it's quite unfortunate and frustrating. Such should not be even coming from an institution like the Ecsl. I think they need to step up. We need to continue to call them out, let them try to pay them people. It's so frustrating, and also I want to take some of them things here.
Okay, Mr. Bayi, thank you very much.
And
I
just want to emphasize more on what Mr. Barry said in the area of this movement of the workers there. Some people move. Just imagine, like I get an example of a cousin of mine where they all the way Serabu, when them call her, and move from Serabu, we can go Freetown, and you don't even get a place to lodge. Now hotel and stay up to the training finish, then the election done. Now hotel will they stay, and then your money, in personal money, will they pay. Even though they not they pay the exact amount of money, but at least if they use the money. All this one, people they don't suffer. Then yes, still Ecsl, then all the social rights and human rights of those workers. For me, it's really disheartening, man. Like now, really problem for Ecsl, for the government, the president, and everybody were involved in that institution. Because they don't go into business contracts, as Mr. Barry said. They don't agree, they don't give the number them before. Why now did they say, may them resend the number them back? Make a like this now against social rights, because social rights are the right way. Waiting somebody supposed to forget at a particular moment as a citizen of a country in all problem. It is not good. The human rights also comes in because they don't really some people some people maybe they don't trust that moment they be able to say this money go make them go pay the debt. Who knows? Some of them go they are police can be first in case.
I just want to participate. I don't know what they think. But this is very important. I think I want to debate a little bit for Mr. Julius. The institution, I want to defend Ecsl, but they will tell you that the policy or whatever will say work in the area where you live. Okay, assuming without considering, okay, they want to work in the area where they live. Then will tell you say that you consider we can't sleep now, tell and this time and this because they don't tell people and say work in the area where they live. What about those people who work in the area where they live? They don't pay them. They don't pay them and they work in the area where they live. The answer is certainly no. You know, I don't tell people for initial contact or whatever. People are initial. If you look at that press release, that press of Ecsl, it's dishonest. In my opinion, it's dishonest. Who don't tell staff and I don't give their form, they don't sign contracts, you know. In fact, they even call for verification in case of in Freetown. A lot of staff went to Moritown, verify number, verify the name, verify the work and whatever. Now call them, then go all around it. So for come and back and tell people say they need for verify. These are all excuses. These are very lame excuses, and we can't continue like that. And again, one other important thing, we not mix the president's and this. People have been appointed to do a job. I think it only reach a point in Sierra Leone where we need for whole heads of institutions, those very responsible, and for whole they're responsible. We can't continue to call on the president in all of this. We can't continue to call on other people in all of this. The president, they are paying them. They are paying them with taxpayers' money. So let them do what they are paying them for. How you go and tell people and say, now they don't initiate contact, they don't this, they go verify, then even the contact they want to put for let people and call, they not even go. They not even there. We don't call the president. The president don't make an appointment. Then the one that they were responsible for oversee the institution and make sure they pay them people. I think they for pay them people here. We can't continue to call on everything the president and all that. So I agree. The president is the father of the nation and all that. So when it comes to issue of this nature, people can want to because it is typical of what's in Sierra Leone. But it only check point for all the institutions they are responsible. I think Mr. Connelly for come out and clearly explain why we don't continue for wait until over a month or so. Then young people they are like, when Mr. G says something not even trust me. Then you have today, then they tell them. But it's quite unfortunate and frustrating. I think I think we for call out ECSL and the leadership for pay them people here as soon as possible. They can't continue to wait again.
Okay, Mr. Barrett, thank you so much. We'll go for a short break, and when we come back, we will proceed to the next topic where we get for today.
Different platform for news every day in our countries and Lord. For education, entertainment, political affairs, TV. We got enough Tanga one inside Sierra Leone, like a big quantity. We breeze not a shit.
Hello, Fambudem, and welcome back. This is the Morning Shukublai program where they come to you every morning from Monday to Thursday. If you just join me, this is the Talking Points platform. If you're watching on Facebook, you're watching our Talking Points platform live. And if you're watching on YouTube, you're watching at TP Pilion. If you're not subscribed or follow we page it, make sure say you kindly do that one day. So whenever we come online, you will be the first person we will hear or go see or go get notification, but the things then we will can't tell you about. So we get another issue where we can discuss, and this now concerning one of the largest marketing company for foodstuff products, them na salon, where they can call PC and Sons. We know say PC and Sons that the most they can bring them foodstuff them na the country. So then there we see a social media post where they go around say one of them products them when they sell don't expire or gets almost 1 month to an expiry date when at the paddy mayonnaise. So the company begins for pull a press release after then see this notice here where they go around social media say then products almost they expire. So the company begins for say they don't ever distribute any expired product na any local market, and that the said mayonnaise where people they talk about now mayonnaise where they don't sell long term to people them, and even as that it not expire it as it gets long term for make it expire. So what do you think about this particular allegation where they go about around PC and Sons, then product them within they sell, considering the fact that now they can come with most of the food stuff then at the country? Mr. Bai, what do you think about that one day?
Again, as always, when it comes to them issue, them we need for it treat very seriously. You know, if you look at the statement by PC and Son, like when you say now big company we they cut quite a lot of good stuff and all. And we were on the work on the street, we were on the follow. You don't see beaucoup paddy products them. you have paddy oil, you have paddy mayonnaise, you have paddy Maggi, quite a lot, which is very good, which is very good for business, which is very good for the local market, which all of it is good. But I think it's important that if them good see how people they consume, let them meet every other standard. Now, I think what we don't struggle with over the years necessarily, even when it comes to medicine, we don't see quite a lot of substandard medicine where they can somebody take an electroc. People don't get that complaint and all that stuff, institution where responsible, pharmacy board and all that stuff. And we don't get that Sierra Leone, we don't see proliferation of pharmacies all over the place. You know, institution where responsible and that's how much monitoring they do. They continue to get substandard drugs the way they affect people. This paddy mayonnaise, if you go and turn and take matter, you will see them quite a lot. In fact, you will begin realize when you go to shops, you see bar mayonnaise of that same size. Then you compare how people in the sell and streets. The price is so cheap. You will begin wonder. You know about those things. You will begin ask questions. Hey, bar mayonnaise of the same size, and they sell on this price. And when you count to them, they didn't know they were counting for other people. It's this price. Then you begin to wonder why. So many questions will pop up. This thing don't expire, or you don't have the version to expire. I think the question or whatever the statement of PC are not clear. This now they continue to emphasize the honesty. Nobody knows how to take responsibility. You know, I think the way they continue, the dishonesty of people. I think that one thing where as Sierra Leoneans, we really need to look into. I think people need to be honest. If you look at that statement, the way PC and so on, one moment they tell you, say, we don't sell all of this, so we're not responsible for any resale. The other moment they can tell you, say, it's not expired. You know, I know if it seems for understand. You claim, say, you don't sell all of it and resale to your business and all. Then the other moment, people tell you, say, they expire. You say you expired. What are you even saying? So it boils down again to institutional responsibility. Look at the Consumer Protection Agency, for example. What are they doing? Are they even existing? I don't know when last time it was Consumer Protection, and not of Padima on this normal. We don't see quite a lot of expired products the way they flood the market. You know, and we talk to people in Bollywood, angry then at this country, the economic situation is challenging. People don't see Baba Maurice and sell at 60,000 for that same size, they can't see and 30,000 normal. We can say, no, this not a kill black man and all that stuff. But we don't get more complicated issues where we don't really know what type of it is ever possible and a report of where they consume and all. You know, so for me, consumer protection unit, one lame dog. I don't even know what they are doing. I don't even know if they exist. And I don't even hear anybody again. I don't know when last they're going to ready yourself for sensitize people. I don't know when last then. I don't know when. These are issues where consumer protection units for take up, investigate, know if actually the products will expire, know how to flood the market, know if PC and so on have been honest and all that. So I can tell you, Auntie Emata, most of them come here. A lot of things they're not only treat workers unfairly, but they will flood, but they will come to realize that this product expire, then they sell and cheap. Make sure say Komon and share them people then begin to sell and all that. So maybe ask and say, hey, this will not sell a lot, this, that, and all. I think particularly consumer protection unit, you know, therefore thoroughly investigate some of the issue, find out how this tier manage from the market, whether it's from PC and so on or what anybody, but PC and so on cannot take themselves out of this thing because now they get the product. You know, when they sell product, and I am sure when you don't reach near to expire and all that stuff, you don't say this not fine for people to consume. I don't think people sell like it. Here they are and telling us that you know expired, this, that, people are going to eat some no health hazard and all that. So not drugs for them. Not medical personnel, I get a competence for determining that. This is how dishonest people can be. But someone like us, they blame the institution and the way they take taxpayers' money and they pay them for work that they are not. Who will continue for calling them out? I think we're disappointed more in the consumer protection unit rather than any other institution responsible. The Ministry of else should be there again for provide leadership and show the political will for make sure that they investigate this thing. It's quite unfortunate that we are here today with a top of expert product from the market. And anti-famous I can tell you for certain, not only this one going to expert product trading at the market, a lot of other expert product trading in the market, wait until where they go buy and can't consume. It's quite unfortunate, you know.
Okay, Mr. Barry, thank you very much. Mr. Harding, wait till you get for say about this before we move on.
Where you can in the issue of food business that's alone, for me, the problem where sometimes if we not take her into consideration much, people then will continue for suffer, thinking that the normal death, which of course at the end of the day not to normal death now because of the type of food they will consume in this country. As Mr. Barry likely said, there are institutions that are responsible for this area of food security in our country. I believe also the ministry they also responsible, like the Ministry of Agriculture, Food and Security. They also get a role to play to the food stuffs where they come in our country and the food stuffs where they sell in our country. There are also organizations there, public health organizations there, so many of them we have them in this country, where they're also there in the area of nutrition, food, and security. But if we get a complaint like this, say an expired food is going around the town, people are buying it, we really need for caution first the institutions where they're responsible, especially the ministry that is heading all the other institutions. Because if actually they do the auditing very well, then checking in those big shops, in those big market centers, I believe say they will able to detect any good where expire in the next 6 months. They're not going to wait for make people that detect and then write on the social media and later they say okay, maybe they go do auditing. If they do auditing very good in this country in relation to food, they were able to detect any food where expire in less than 6 months. And I believe any food where expire in less than 6 months is not even good for consume. So it is the duty or the responsibility of the institution in charge of food and security in this country for stop the selling of those particular goods. Therefore, even ask the owners of those shops, make them throw them out immediately, and then for the day where they send them out, that the dustbins there. They don't even allow them for sale. But as we also boils down, corruption is everywhere. Who knows where they will do auditing? At the end of the day, something is happening inside there. So they go say, okay, continue for sale. It's in 6 months left, una sell them. And looking at the argument of PC and Sons, where they bring, it's actually sound, but for me, it's not valid. Because now we can tell people and say, of course, it didn't expire itself, now 1 month left. Even if that's 6 months, you don't get right for seller. Some of them will local sellers in the market, they don't sabi it. So if you go sell them, then just they continue for sale. And some of them we parents, we let's say we want to go buy, we not get time also for check. Now only few also of us get time for the check for expiring dates. But you, as a marketer, you get right for tell the people and say this particular good won't expire in 6 months. So for now, it's no longer available for supply. But they can't tell me say, in fact, it never expires now 1 month. It's very sound, but for me, not valid. 1 month you sell them, then you say you sell everything, you supply everything outside. So now they both say you don't supply everything outside. So now we the citizens that can't die. Then you there they make money. So for me, it's a call for concern for the institution, as Mr. Barry said, they are institutions responsible for food and security in this country. May them go and do the auditing very well. If they do the auditing very well, some of the expired goods there, nobody come now we country. But if they go to the shop, they see say, in my expert, they don't give an order for me to dispose them. They allow me to continue. like a problem for the institution, and also like a problem for the marketers and also, especially that business with the argument of you know say something like in 1 month you supply everything outside, so that next month now, because they say na 1 month now, next month now, so any of we go buy now padi mayonnaise, oya na we own case and the effect not to now, because like you say extracting no go do with nothing, but the effect in the long run na they we can get cancer, na they we can get liver problem, but with people that are this country, they don't actually know. Let me say when you eat extract na immediately you die, you know they die immediately o, but e dey go grow sickness na you help. Then tomorrow when you go sick, now you go to hospital, you don't get money for pay, and then you die.
Okay, Mr.
Additionally,
Much.
additionally,
Thankfully,
Adisema,
we
as
eat
people know,
mayonnaise, so that side they are safe.
well, this is about Adisema not is married, but who dey married. So this is about the majority. We dey laugh over this issue, but it's quite serious, and I think government and institution wey responsible, like as I say, for step up and see how they go solve it. We know the case of the Gambia situation, where a supplier supply a cough syrup, where a lot of pikin die, over 50 pikin die, where they drink that cough syrup. And few days ago, I look at international news where few families where them pikin and die don't come together and they don't file a lawsuit against the local supplier, government, and even the pharmaceutical company we manufacture the good in India. Then they ask for close to 5 million damages, which even though not commensurate to the loss of lives, but I think it's a step in the right direction. Institutions should be held responsible. You know, then for say now people and then they deal with now people therefore it's like when Mr. Julius say, we can say no more expert will kill you, but the effect not will be immediate. You will not continue for it and you know, even outside any other sickness they come or a car attack you, then when you go to hospital before the Nemara now other thing. It's just unfortunate in this part of the world how we know treat some of them things here very serious, but it is quite serious. Mr. Julius is making a very, very important point that a lot of people know they need. And I can tell you a lot of research ways that they not even get time for go buy product, they look at the expiry dates and all that stuff. You don't have that time. So I think it's important that government institutions were responsible step up and continue for uphold waiting and the payment for it. It's shameful that people will continue for collect salary and waiting and for as people continue for remaining. I mean, it's quite unfortunate. I actually don't know how you go in an institution working there and they pay you for this particular thing, then all of a sudden people get for remind you for waiting and they pay you for. I think that institution I really need for step up. You know, it's sad. It's really sad.
Okay, guys. Now, thank you for our contribution. Then we hope say the one day when then they in charge of them things, then they go listen to it. I don't say and try for do the right thing. So they carried few comments, but before we go today, say today at the end of the week for we. So we get for can talk about few things, them how we week be on day and all. But make I just read few comments, then we go come to that one day before we go. This one they come out from Fatmata Sue. Say good morning, my people. Good morning, Fatmata. This is come up from Nyale. They say, hello, are you on? Yes, Nyale, we dey on. You can watch me live na Facebook, na Talking Points platform page. Then you can also watch me na YouTube, na TPP, Leon. And make sure say you subscribe, please. Thank you. Then this they come up from Abdullah Jallo. He said there is a difference between expiration date and sell by date on food items. Okay. So this now the few comments that we go take for today because we not get time. Then Mr. Bai, say this week from Monday to Thursday really be hectic for we. We don't talk about so many things. Then when they happen, we always they go out and find stories them for make we can explain or talk about to the viewers them. So waiting on our takeaway home for this particular week here, considering all the things the way we don't talk about during this week. But now that one thing we actually touch on about all the programs the way we don't do.
I think for me, now the issue of push, the issue of drugs abuse. I think now one thing we really didn't mind. Now one thing we have continue for. In fact, today after this week program, I get a community engagement with young people in the community because I think it's important that we in the community continue for engage young folks. Because I say a few days ago, we see video on social media. I think it was Ecsl farm so where and we see young man and take up on themselves, say, no, this is not so rampant. Then take cane and say anybody when they see the smoke push where they sell out and begin beat you. But I think for me, I don't think that's the right approach. I understand the frustration. I really understand how frustrated those guys were. You know, you don't get young people, we get huge potential and the community don't die out of this push and all that drugs abuse. I think the people will say that the program the other day, government is not doing enough when it comes to addressing the issue of youth and when it comes to addressing the issue of push. I think it's one important issue. So for me, that's the takeaway for all of the things that we will discuss this week because it will continue. Not to think it all reach a point and if it matter we government, whether the communities, institution, we responsible, people we supposed for step up, not step up. It will reach a point in time where we're not able to control this again. And like as I say, what happened at Ecsl farm, and the case in point, say citizens are frustrated and they want action, and they want the political will, they want people who are responsible for make sure they take responsibility. But like as I said, that they go say now mob justice or whatever you have for order, not to the right approach. Drugs addiction, not to play. I think when you start small, and when you don't reach an addiction stage, or then you come out of not so easy thing. Most of them, no. Sometimes if you look at them, they're not even they're not even in the smoke. Just something one peer pressure is smoke one, the other they say I would say one, the other they say would say one. All of a sudden, you don't turn an addict. You know, so I like you beat and say pass it down. You beat and say kill. So and then again it will cause another problem. So I think it's important that we within the communities, where people they look up to government institutions and all that. I think we need to come together as a nation for see how we go solve this thing. Few days ago, so look the amount of push and all that. I think we need to talk about the matter where they arrest I don't know if na Gambia and Balamia or whatever. But I think it's safe for this week, like I say, now the push business, it is at the heart, it is right within my heart, nothing where they pay me, nothing where they bother me, and I think I will continue for all stakeholders in all communities. Let we all come together and let me do that. I think it don't reach a stage for continue for engagement, you know. Because I say, no sooner I left this place, I get an engagement by 1 o'clock with youth stand at the community. But let's see how we say we intervene while to the wait government intervention and other institution we responsible. So the takeaway for this week now the issue of push. We need for step up, we need for make sure say we put an end to this menace, otherwise it will continue to destroy the next generation, it will continue to destroy the future of this country, it will continue to destroy the potential of young people.
Okay, Mr. Bayi, thank you so much. Mr. Hardin, what are you take home for this week?
Before they say me take home for this week, I want to ask, after this question, we get opportunity for say tata. So I want to say something. If that this one, I want to say everything together.
Okay, no wait. Before you say tata and everything together, before I forget, I just something kind of my mind quick. Make I not skip this one. We almost say August now months where can come with Boku things them. You understand? Why you smile? August now months where most all things can happen at salon. We really don't know what can happen with this month here. Now this month we get the mud slide, the nude slide, the Wilkins road slide, if I can say, the push slide, all this slide and no more. So this one I feel say actually we need to know about August because it's like say August really they affect you now.
Whether just give me point for why when all the news we don't discuss this week. before they go
So
into
how
this other question.
we need to declare a national fasting prayer when they are both August. Otherwise, we prepare, we find them. It's actually not funny, but you can't just stop laughing also, because like what you say, when once August come, no disrespect to the one we born August, so we get quite a lot of good things when they happen in August, but we all know a lot of things we I would say negative or otherwise when they happen this happen. So I think each time we will declare a national fasting and prayer when once we enter into August every year.
Okay. First of all, I will start with this one. I remember last year by now, the 10th of August, we lost so many lives in this country. Now this moment, now this particular date, we be they get so many ones in the streets of Freetown. So I will let for send my condolences and sympathy to the families that were lost and people and their families, their loved ones last year at this particular date. I will send me condolences and continue for sympathize with them, and also the platform continue for sympathize with them, which Anti-Matter will end with that side day. And as you also said, August 9 month where every year in Asalo we must get a breaking news. Every year we must get a breaking news. Like this year, now Kush now the breaking news, and the thing obviously become worse this particular month, this August month. This August month, if you go to the street of Freetown, they see so many dead bodies there. Young people they die as a result of Kush. Well, I know Kush now a general problem, but one of the news where touch me, where I would like to take home this week, is this last news we discussed: food the expiring goods. For me, we dey take these things very lightly, but it's also another form of push in the country. Because if you eat expired food, these are not only the young people that will die, these are the whole nation, the citizens, and they continue to die. So we really need to take this issue very serious in the country. For now, na padi mayonnaise dey fame, na in the rail, na in the on board. But who knows how many other goods that are in our market stores, in our shops that have expired? Who knows? So the agents, the institution, the ministry were responsible for food and security. I believe these are a call for attention from them. May them go into those stores, in our marketplaces, may them check for those goods. Not only for go check and tell them, say, may them seize them and dispose them to a place that nobody will get access for go collect and sell to the citizens there. There are so many people that don't have time to read when this food is expired or when this food is about to expire. So for me, this is a really problem for we in this country. Kush already don't escalate, and we pray that Kush will be controlled. But this also food, expiring food, now also form of Kush. Because we go to eat expired food, we go to sleep ourselves. We go to die slowly. So for me, Antivima, I think that this is a problem where we really for check into for this week here. And the ministry for take a full charge.
Okay, Mr. Julius, plenty thank you for una submission there. So just like how you say, we just want for observe a minute of silence for all the people them wey be don lost in life during August, whether it be the mudslide or the protest wey be take place. May their souls rest in peace. Fambu dem, this na how we go bring una to the end of today's program. As always, we always can come online from Monday to Thursday. So until next week, Monday again, una continue for stay tuned to Talking Point platform. And please, I dey emphasize, if you no like we page it, kindly follow in our YouTube. Make sure say you dey like we page, and most importantly, go dey share. So now the more you dey share, the more people go come and learn from wetin we dey say. This na a learning place for we and una, because so many things dey wey dey happen at salon wey a lot of people no know about. But if we dey go out there, dey try we best for can put them things here out to the public for make una know say na so this thing dey happen. So e fine for make una share we work so that we all go know wetin dey happen at the country, and together we go make Mama Salon a better place. Till next week Monday, have a blessed day.